I'm Sonia, a personal brand and style coach. My journey began in the corporate world and through lived experiences has led me where I am today. I've walked in those uncomfortable shoes, faced the same challenges and questioned my path to professional success while simultaneously navigating my personal style journey and the challenges that each decade brings. I wholeheartedly believe in the fusion of personal brand and style strategy. My mission here is to provide you with practical, actionable strategies and lived experiences to help you unlock your next level of success through the power of personal brand and style. Let's get started.
Welcome to another episode of the Style and Strategy podcast. So today I'm spending a little bit of time talking about style, right? And the age-old topic of comfort versus confidence in your style. There appears to be a little bit of, mix-up around the fact, believing that, and you can't have comfort and confidence if you're in kind of leggings and a tee. So today's episode, we're going to have a little bit of a chat of trying to nail that art of the smart casual look at work. But firstly, let me ask you, when you look in the mirror, does your outfit actually excite you? Or does it just feel like the same old, same old? You know what I'm talking about. So today I want to flip the script on a common belief that many of us hold, in that comfort in our clothes is actually the key to confidence. So it's not the whole story. So let's dive into it. So if I start with a really common scenario that I hear a lot, right? So you're potentially at work feeling comfortable in your smart casual clothes. They are practical, they fit really well, and you're getting through your day without a real hitch. But here's the thing, comfort doesn't always equate to confidence. So in fact, sometimes it can have the opposite type of effect. The belief is that if you're comfortable, therefore you automatically feel confident. It's kind of like baking a cake where the cake just won't rise. And similarly, if comfort is your only focus, you might find that your style feels flat, leaving you kind of uninspired. So let's do a bit of a reality check shake-up. So comfort in your style is absolutely important, but it shouldn't be the only ingredient in your style recipe. And why I say that is because if you solely rely on that comfort factor, that's when you can really find yourself maybe turning into a little bit of a style rut. So you may have experienced at some point in time reaching for that same comfortable piece, right? Maybe it became a style uniform with you, which has its positives, but then also can make you feel like you're starting to blend into the background. And sometimes that's where the problem actually lies. While being comfortable in your outfit enables you to feel really secure, it can also trap you in a cycle that really dulls your excitement and creativity. So let's face it, dressing should be more than just about comfort. It's really about expressing who you are and where you're headed. If you dress in a way that really reflects your evolving personal brand, that's when you start to feel that spark again. So, how do you start to break out of this trap, right? And try to get that balance between comfort and style. I know I've had many listeners go, please tell me it's possible though. Can I please be able to be comfortable and have style? And the answer is 100% yes. And it's not the holy grail, which is going to be really impossible to get to. So I want you to take away these 4 key tips. 1, what really makes you smile? So think about that image of when you stand in front of the mirror. Think about those pieces that, really bring you joy. And maybe it's a bold color that you've been hesitant to wear because you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure. Maybe it's an accessory, a bold necklace or something that's maybe gathering dust. Have a think about what's actually holding you back from incorporating those into your outfit. Is it merely a perception of what others may think? Is it that you just think that I may not be able to pull that off? And if it's about not being able to pull that off, I want you to start with really small steps, right? And get your confidence. I've got a client that I've been working with for a number of years, and the outfits that we put her in today are much more bold than they were when we first started, because we have to work along that journey to get you to the point where you start to really feel confident and comfortable in the style to be able to take some of those more bold choices. Number 2 is, how can you reflect your really evolving self, right? Because we never stay stagnant. So your personal brand is not a static thing. It's something that you will be revisiting time and time again, because you, an individual, are taking in lots of things around the world, and you're absorbing things will resonate today that maybe they didn't resonate before. So why should your wardrobe be any different? So I want you to think about, how can you think about your style in a way where you can evolve and reflect where you are now in your life and career, both, personally and professionally. And then really, what do you want your clothes to say about you? And then number 3 is really important, around, where are you going and where do you want you to be? What are you aspiring to? Because your wardrobe should absolutely support your goals. Now, that could be both from a professional and a personal perspective. But let's say you're aiming for that promotion. Does your style really align with that leadership position that you're looking for or aspiring to? Or maybe you're transitioning to a new phase of life. Does your wardrobe really reflect that change and the person you are and the person you want to become? And then number 4 is really around, think about all of this in context of consideration, right? So it's not just about ditching comfort. Instead, it's about integrating pieces that really resonate with your current identity and aspirations. Maybe it's that mixing in that color that will lift your spirits today. Maybe it's a cut in a particular style of garment that makes you feel more strong, more powerful. Or maybe it's that little touch of an accessory that is uniquely representing who you are. Might be any of these things. So comfort really is a foundational element of style, but it shouldn't be the only one. So I really want you to think about expanding your focus beyond that, and, really start to include pieces that excite you, inspire you. And then what you'll end up finding is you'll start to feel more confident and connected to the pieces that you purchase and wear. And by extension, your brand will really start to evolve. Remember that style is actually a reflection of your journey and where you're at. So give it a chance to really evolve with you. So I hope that some of these tips today have inspired you a little bit, maybe made you think a little bit differently about how you're perceiving your brand and your style. And really start to think about where you're headed in that direction. So if you need a little bit of help along that journey, feel free to book in one of my 30-minute brand and style activation calls. During these activation calls, we're going to do a bit of a brand and style audit, and so that way you can come out of it feeling really clear. You've got a bit more direction going forward. I'd love to connect with you and let me know what you think of these tips. Have a great day.
Thank you so much for being part of this inspiring episode. If you found value in today's discussion, please don't keep it a secret. Share it with a friend on social media, tag me at Your Style Collective, and leave a review. Your support means the world. Join me again next week for another empowering episode of Style and Strategy, the Leadership Series. Thanks so much for tuning in, and remember, you're already taking that first step towards your transformation journey. See you next time.